Welcome back, Bikeaholics. Ryan Urlacher here, lawabidingbiker.com. Always thank you for checking back in. On the lift behind me is Lurch's new 2022 KLR 650. It is the base model, so it doesn't come with a 12-volt power source like a cigarette lighter or USB ports. The next model up is the Traveler. It does come with that, and then the top model is the Adventure. It does come with that. So the project today is we're going to add power sources up to where he can reach them, and we actually found a really cool little quick charge 3.0 device with two USB 3.0 ports. Also has a voltage meter on it. It's pretty cool. So that's what we're going to wire in. You could also just wire a regular cigarette lighter port. At any rate, whatever we use in this video, and if you want to get the 12 volt cigarette lighter port in addition, we're going to link to everything in the description below. There are affiliate links, no additional cost to you, but if you do click through and make a purchase, we do get a small commission. It helps keep the lights on here at the channel. With that said, let's get wrenching. All right, so the first thing he's going to do with a 4mm hex head is back out that screw and take off that plastic protection plate. And that should pop off then. He's just going to pull on it there and get that out of our way. Okay, and next he's got a 5mm hex head there, and there's 2 bolts on this front fairing here. Get that one out, and I move to that bottom one, same thing. Okay, so on the inside of that fairing, you just got a Phillips screwdriver. There's 3 screws on the inside of that fairing. Just backing those out. Okay, so we got that first screw out, and then you'll see he's going to point to them. There's 2 more on the inside, and so he's going to start removing those and just getting that last one out there. Okay, and with the 4mm, there's 3 screws along the top of the fairing, 4mm hex head that he's going to be backing out here, and just backing that last one out with his fingers there. All right, and with those screws removed, he's going to go ahead, and you have to pull pretty hard. There's 2 rubber grommets up top there, but they do just pop out like so, and we can get that out of our way. All right, and this is just for reference. You see where he's pointing? I'm going to get a close-up here and show you 2 wires that we're going to be working with. But that's where you'll want to look up in there. So you'll see the 2 green plugs up in there. It's just green protective covering. They're bullet connectors. This is going to come stock on your base model KLR here. And one is a male and one is a female. We will be tying into those here in a bit. But at this point, they have no power. So we need to add a relay. So we're going to do that next. But those are the wires that we will be working with. And the nice thing about the new KLRs is they're coming with this accessory bar up there. And we've put our famous biker gripper cell phone motorcycle mount head on there. Available in the Law Abiding Biker store. I'll link to it in the description below. Normally, the biker gripper can get mounted to like control clusters, you know, like on Harleys or other metric bikes, or they have a universal. Anyways, to make it work on this bar, we found the perfect size. It's a 17mm ball for the head of the biker gripper. And we found the right size that goes around the accessory bar there. And he's going to point to that piece there. And we found that online, and we will link to that in the description below for you. With that, then you just need to purchase a biker gripper from the Law Abiding Biker store. And you'll see how easy it is to put his phone in there. 18 pounds grip strength. We have been running these on KLRs for years. And in fact, had KLRs go down and crash. I guarantee you, your phone will not come out of there. Mine has not. And the nice thing is that it's big enough to work with your biggest smartphones. It goes wide enough. He'll take it out there, show you how easy it is to get it in and out. And it really does hold it in there. So you can use, like I say, any size phone, and you can use the case of your choice, and you can go portrait or landscape mode there. And of course, with our USB ports now on this bike, we can plug in and have power. And you can run your favorite GPS maps and music to your headset or whatever you want to do. Again, that's the biker gripper, and link in the description below. Okay, and so this is my 2018 KLR with a Rally dash panel kit. We sell that dash panel kit right in the Law Abiding Biker store. I'll link to it for you guys in the description, but you can see the little variation on the biker gripper. The black piece that is on it, it actually comes with that. That's our control mount kit. It would normally mount on the controls like on a Harley or other bike. And all I did is just found 2 screws that were the right size, drilled holes through the Rally dash panel, and then the ball head connects to that, and I have a biker gripper right here on my 18. So there's lots of variations you can do, but again, the biker grippers, you can only get them in the law-abiding biker store. Okay, and so to get power, we're going to need to add a relay. And you see what he's pointing at there? That's just below those wires we were looking at. That is just a deadhead at this time until we add a relay, but we need to get that up and off the post, and we're going to show you how to do that. All right, and so on the inside of that, it's on a post, there's a push tab, and you got to do it with a screwdriver, and then it pulls up and off that post, and you can see he just pointed to that tab there. All right, and so this only goes one way. He's going to insert our purchased relay into that deadhead, and that's going to give us the power we need. And everything we're using in this video, again, links in the description below. You can click through and see exactly what we used. Okay, and you can go ahead and slide that back onto the post now. Okay, so this is the dummy plug that's in the dash, and this is the rear side of it, of course, and it's just got a Phillips screw that he's going to take out there, and that metal bracket. And after the metal bracket's off, you can just push it through, and it comes out. All right, and we're just doing a little custom fabrication here with the plastic. With just a round file, just because our plug just needs a little extra space to fit in there. But no big deal, just do what you got to do there to get it to fit. Okay, and with our marine grade dual USB quick charge 3.0 ports there, we're going to go ahead and install that now. Again, links to all this stuff in the description below. We only had to file just a little bit, and it fits nice and tight up in there. And we got that installed now. Okay, and the back of that unit is threaded, and it comes with a ring there, plastic ring, and he's going to go ahead and thread that on there right up against the back of the dash. There we go, our plug's installed. All right, as you can imagine, a ton of expenses, man hours, and effort go into keeping this channel going strong. Of course, there is a way you can support us by becoming a patron member. I will link to it in the description below. There are benefits for signing up, such as t-shirts and stickers. You can get into the troll-free private Facebook group. There's tons of awesome stuff going on in there. You get podcasts early, access to live video broadcasts and chat, up to access to our premium videos up on request. And don't forget, you get access to those awesome ride meetups and events. All right, let's get back into your video. So this particular USB power port that we bought, it comes in a kit, which is really nice. It comes with a negative black and red positive wires. However, it has battery terminals on the end, so we're gonna clip those off. Okay, so he's just clipping the battery terminal off there. The one that's made for a battery terminal, I should say. And then he's just gonna strip back some wire there. And we bought these bullet connectors to match up with the KLR. And again, link in the description below. On the black wire, we're putting a female side of the bullet connector because the negative, and we'll show you in a second, that will match it up to the KLR. So the black one gets the female. And on the red one, you can see he did the same thing, clipped off the battery terminal connector and put a male bullet connector. And on the back of our USB power supply there, you can see it's marked. On the left side of your screen is the positive, and on the right is the negative. So he's going to go ahead. Black goes to negative, of course. And that's what's nice about this kit, is it came with those, and it hooks up just perfect. The red going on the positive there. And there we go. All right, and if you have big hands like Lurch has, there's a 4mm hex head bolt up there, and he's going to go ahead and back that out with his socket. If you have stock windshield, you may have to take your whole windshield off. That'll just give us a ability to flex this panel a little bit, give them a little more room up in there to try to get these bullet connectors connected. And you got that out there. All right, and on the front of the dash here are just some plastic rivets. He's just going to pop those out with a screwdriver there. And he's got one more up there. And that one's out of the way. And now we can flex that panel back and expose those two bullet connectors. Those are actually taped up in there with electrical tape, but we're going to leave it because it'll keep everything nice and neat, and then we can plug ours in. So he's going to go ahead and plug in his negative there. And again, we put the proper ends of those bullet connectors on there so they'd match up. And he'll go in with his positive now. And again, everything we're using here, including the bullet connectors, link in the description below so you make sure and get the right sizes of everything. All right, so before we button anything back up, we're going to go ahead and test this. He's going to turn on his ignition key. And that little USB power port has a power button, and that's his voltage meter built into this. So everything's working good. All right, and I wanted to show you this variation on my 2018 KLR. This is the loaded lower dash kit. And it's got two on-off switches there for the two 12 volt cigarette plugs there, and it's got the voltage meter in the center. Both the lower dash and the upper dash are in our Law Abiding Biker store. I've also done install videos on both of them on the YouTube channel. I'll try to also link to those videos for you and some other KLR videos in the description below. And he's just got some zip ties there, and wire management is up to you. Just kind of get everything looking nice and neat up in there. And of course, if a guy wanted to, he could just have clipped those wires to just the right length to get up to the stock bullet connectors. But no worries, we're not going to take the time to do any of that. We're just zip tie the extra wire up in there. All right, and he's going back in with his screw up at the top of the plastic panel there. And he'll get it tightened down with a 4mm hex head there. And just a little snug. You don't want to strip those things out there. Okay, and he's going to put his 2 rivets back in place here, plastic rivets. Just pop them back into place there. Finish up with that top one there. All right, and we can go back on with the front fairing here, and you can see there's 2 pegs there. Those you're going to line up with the rubber grommets there. And so he'll get that all lined up there. Pop those 2 pegs back into place there. All right, and he's just getting those 3 bolts across the top there, fingers started. And so he's just going to leave those fingers started for now. That'll give us ability to line some of the other holes up, and then at the end we'll tighten everything down. All right, so now we're going to work on these 2 here. The longer one goes on top, and he's going to get started with that. It's a 5mm hex head he's using, and this is why we left the other ones loose. And as you can see, he's going to have to manipulate that plastic around to get that one to line up just right. There we go, looks like he got it lined up. All right, and he's just getting started on those inside ones. Again, there's 3 of them, and they're just Phillips screws. Just getting that bottom one started, and he's moving up to the next one there, and he'll finish off with his top one. Now he's going to go with a stubby screwdriver, Phillips, and tighten all those down, and we can pretty much tighten everything down now. We've got all the holes lined up. All right, and he's just going back and, like I say, tightening everything down. 5mm hex head there on those 2 on the side of the fairing, and with a 4mm, he'll finish tightening those 3 across the top there. All right, we're just going to go back on with the protective plastic piece here. There's 2 studs there, as you can see. And those go into the rubber grommets. Try to get that lined up and popped into place. And then he'll go back in with his screw here. And that's a 4mm hex head. And there we go. That is a USB power supply installed on this base model KLR. And again, all the parts we used, the exact parts, are in the link in the description below. Hey Lurch.
Yeah.
How'd it feel to farkle on a bike?
You know, I never farkled before, but I gotta tell you, it felt pretty good.
Nice. You're a good farkler. And that metal bracket. And then it just pops on out, just like so. Do you want to redo it?
Sure.
Or do you care?
I don't care.
Put it in.